Thank you so much for joining me for take 2. I started coughing. That's the leftovers still from COVID. It still catches me out unawares sometimes. I will retrace my steps. I started by saying that as I pressed the on switch to the camera, that something leapt into my mind. That's often the case. Usually as I'm nodding off to sleep, I have a little notebook next to me and will try and write down what's popped into my mind without putting the light on and waking me up even more. And in the morning, what was that? What did I write? So I usually now put the light on. Otherwise I get cross with myself the next morning. So what popped into my mind? Well, what I want to talk about is rejection. And the thing that just leapt in out of nowhere was the first ever human heart transplant. Now, this is digging into the depths here. About late 60s, maybe 1968. I can remember the surgeon's name. It was Christian Barnard. It was in South Africa, now, excuse the pronunciation, something like Grooterschuur Hospital. Good grief. Where did that one come from? The man who received the heart was Louis Wishansky or something like that. I've peaked. Oh, and the donor, I can't remember the surname, but her Christian name was the same as mine, Denise. So, hey ho, that is how my mind works. It always takes me by surprise. So back to what I was going to talk about concerning rejection. We have to cope with rejection through life. For the vast, vast majority of us, it is a fact of life that there will be times, circumstances in which we are rejected and we feel rejected. And those feelings can run deeply, especially if it's not the first time. So we can be rejected if we applied for a job. If you're headhunted, whoopee. Oh, I have to say that happened to me once, and it was fantastic. No interview or anything. It just happened. And if you go, your best suit, your hair combed, having genned up on what you think that the questions might be, sat through an interview, and then are rejected. It might not be that you weren't up to par, but just that other candidates or the candidate who got the job was better qualified than you, better filled the remit. But so many will use excuses. I was too old, I was too young, I was the wrong colour. And all of those and lots more were and are not valid reasons. They're not legal reasons in UK for somebody being turned down for a job. So what else can be rejected from? We can be rejected from a relationship, be that a friendship, a loving relationship, a short-term relationship, or a long-term relationship. And that rejection can be very, very deeply felt. But I have to say, for the vast majority of us, it will happen throughout life that we are rejected. So it's good to be able to take it on the chin, learn from it, and move on. I found on the video, just let them, that there are quite a lot of people who say, you know, oh, we'd been together for, I got Percy there, I hope it doesn't land on the camera. We'd been together for 3-4 months and I'm heartbroken. Better after 3 to 4 months than 3 to 4 years. And maybe better, rather than going in feet first, giving everything you've got, just easing into a relationship so that you get to know somebody. Oh, not the dog barking. You get to know somebody. They get to know you. So that hopefully any areas of discrepancy will be discovered, talked about, or the conclusion reached that maybe things won't work out for you. Better after 3 to 4 months than a longer time. Better 3 to 4 years than a longer still time. If you have been somebody in a long-term relationship, a marriage with children, and one partner decides that, cheerio, I've had enough, that really can be difficult. You've got so much shared. A house, the area that you have ended up living in, children, families, extended families. And that breakup really can be very difficult. I speak from experience. And it's how it's handled that can make or break that feeling of rejection. As for me, we were due to have a big party for my son. My long-term ex-husband hadn't told either of the boys that he was leaving, and I had to meet them and tell them what had happened. And then he said, well, you won't be having the party. I said, yes, of course we will. And when all of his family arrived and said, where is he? He hadn't told them either, so I had to tell them and put on a smile. You know, it's a party. Yes, come on. So there are circumstances under which, through which, about which rejection really sets in and hurts. In other cases, it can be sorted much more amicably if it's an agreement. Both people feel that they've reached the end of the road, so a split is the best thing. So have a think. Have you been rejected in many ways? How did you cope? Did you find that you learnt from that rejection? Maybe as a child, that it can start then. You know, oh, I don't want to play with you. No, you can't be in our group. No. And that hurts as a child, but we have to learn that not everybody's going to like us. And not everybody wants to be around us. It's life. It's life as we know it. So on that note, I shall get up from this chair, which is a metal one, and very cold, say thank you for joining me. Take care. Take the very best care of yourself that you can, and I will speak to you soon. Bye for now. Bye.